Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another PJ Chats video. I have to be honest, these PJ Chats have just been rolling recently and I'm kind of really enjoying it. So today's PJs are more just like kind of comfy clothes, lounge clothes. My time of the month just started yesterday, so I was not really feeling like, you know, dabbling into anything crazy. So I'm wearing this really cute YouTube is better than a social life t-shirt that my friend Dana got me for Christmas a couple of years ago now actually, but I love it. She knows me very well. Thanks, Ginge. And then of course, I got my period pants on. Let me know in the comments if you guys have a couple pairs of period pants, because I have two pairs of like really just beat up old PJ pants that I'm okay if they get ruined basically, but they're the comfiest things in the world. So let me know in the comments if you have any of these, because I don't think I'm alone. So today's topic, you did read it correctly, it is baby fever. I have been experiencing baby fever on and off for, I would say, the past 6 months, and today we're going to talk about it because I don't really think there's very many videos of people actually talking about baby fever. I looked it up on YouTube today and there was like one video that was like super short, and it was kind of more like the scientific side of baby fever, which is just not what I'm going to be going through today. So you might be wondering, why baby fever? Why are you experiencing this? Like, what does it look like? So it all started when a lot of people I watch on YouTube started announcing they're pregnant. They started putting up all this baby content, and I was like, whoa. Okay, because I was never really a baby person, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if people would have asked me like 5 years ago how many kids I wanted to have, I'd be like, maybe one, probably none. That has completely changed in my brain. So really, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I started listening to a baby podcast. I started watching movies about families and just like loving it all. And I'm actually not the only one experiencing this. My friend Dana is as well. I texted her this morning and I was like, if I make a baby fever video, can I mention that you're experiencing it too? And she's like, yeah, totally, man. I was like, okay, cool, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm the only person in the world, but I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you are also experiencing baby fever and you're in a situation like me where you're single and like really there's like nothing on the horizon. Let's just put it that way. So for me, it kind of started as like, oh, this is kind of cool, but like I don't know anything about it. And then I started to learn more and more and more, and I was like, whoa, okay, it's actually really cool. Like, okay, yep, I want that. But with it being like off and on and off and on, I was starting to think about it like, why is it like that? You know, like why do I feel it for a couple of weeks and then I like feel like I don't even think about it, and then I feel it for another couple of weeks, and I realized it's all connected to my cycle. Of course it's connected to my cycle. If there's anything that I've learned in the last 6 months, it's that there is so much more that's connected to your menstrual cycle than you will ever know. You know, like you can honestly tie so many of your thought processes and your body, you know, situations to your menstrual cycle. And the more that you know about it and can like kind of recognize it, I feel like it just makes so much more sense and it makes you feel like you're not going insane. So I always experience baby fever during my mother phase, which is basically like your ovulation phase. I think I'm gonna make a whole video about different phases in the cycle and like, you know, not symptoms, but like how you might feel during it, how you might act during it, that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. But the mother phase is basically when you're ovulating and you just feel like you want to take care of people, you feel like you want to nurture people, you feel like you just want to share all the love you got, you know? And it makes sense. That's when the baby fever would start to kind of amp up a little bit, you know? Then it usually kind of dips a little bit for me in the next phase, which is like the enchantress phase, like right before your period. I think it's because like I'm honestly all over the place emotionally, so I can't like decide what I want to feel. And then when my wise woman phase hits, which is like the period situation, that's when it spikes up again. And then it will go down again before the next phase. So it's kind of funny how it does that, but I think it also connects to the idea that, you know, like your body goes through so much in this like cycle, not just the period part of your cycle, but like your entire 30, 28, how many days your cycle is. But especially like during when I am bleeding, I always, you know, get the cramps, get the heating pad out, you know, feel kind of like, ooh, down for a couple of days really. And I kind of just keep thinking like this has got to be for something. It's got to mean something, you know? And I think it shouldn't just mean that, you know, it allows you to have a baby someday, but it also does mean that. And on the Let There Be Loose podcast I heard this week, she said that basically, like, your cycle and your uterus and all this stuff aren't just about nurturing a baby and like a human baby. They also nurture creative babies, because a lot of your inspiration comes from your intuition, which is all linked to the cycle, you know? So I love that podcast. I've talked about it a million times. I'm gonna link it in the description box because it's just life-changing for me. But yeah, it's kind of cool that I think I've made this connection between why the baby fever hits and I guess like how I felt, because last night I was laying on the couch watching romantic comedies and I was like, oh my gosh, like these people in this movie are so happy and they just had a baby, and I'm like, this has all got to be for that, right? Like that's what just what my brain was going. But it changes for me like day by day. But right now that's where my mindset is. Another connection to baby fever for me is family fever, because I think this year in particular I really started to kind of like realize that, you know, this is gonna sound sad, but once my family is gone, I'm gonna be the only one left. You know, like my dad's side of the family, I'm the only grandchild. So I kind of feel a little bit like if I don't find someone to settle down with and have kids with and all this stuff, it's like I'm gonna be alone. And like, yes, I am an introvert, but like I can't be alone my whole life. You know, so my friend Jessie, like bless her soul, she's always like, man, you're never gonna be alone. We always talk about like how if neither of us find our person, that we'll just marry each other. Live together until we're old and gray, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I would really love to experience that too, but it's just kind of like getting myself like to kind of back away from that mindset is a little hard, and it kind of makes me feel a little emotional talking about it, because like I don't want to be alone. And you know what, it's funny because I just have to tell myself, you're not going to be alone. Suck it up, you're not going to be alone. But there's still that kind of fear in there too, and I think that's kind of what links to baby fever, because it's not just about having a baby, it's about having someone to have a family with. Really, it's family. It's like a family fever thing, you know? Like it's not just about the baby, it's about, you know, the whole family situation that I want. So yeah, and I think that's normal. For someone my age, maybe not, to be thinking like that far in advance. It's gonna take me a while to find somebody who's like on that level, you know, but it's okay. I have time. I'm gonna wait. I feel kind of like people are probably rolling their eyes like, whoa, this woman, like what's going on with her? Like how old is she really? Is she 85? Internally, I am 85, so, you know. I don't think that going through this kind of a feeling is a bad thing. It's borderline, because I have had a couple of moments in the last couple of days where I just have been crying and listening to sad music and been like, oh, I'm so alone. But this is also my hormones kicking in. It's a good thing in the way that, like, you are excited to find this, like, unconditional love, you know, but at the same time it's like, oh my gosh, it feels like it's hundreds of years away. I feel like I'm at the point where like I just want to bypass all the BS, find my person, settle down and have a family and just have that security. But not a lot of people my age want to do that. And I'm not saying right now, but you know, people my age are more into like living life and like doing things that young people do, and I'm just not there. Which sucks. But hey, if you're in the same situation as me, let me know, please. Like, I would love to talk to somebody about this, because I feel like even though I talk to Dana about this all the time, sometimes I even go a little like, I out-grandma her. You know what I'm saying? Which, Ginge, I feel like it's probably a good thing for you, but for me, it's like a little overwhelming. Okay, now we're gonna talk about a couple different like vloggers, YouTubers, bloggers, people that I have been following recently that I'm like, oh, goals. So we're gonna start off with Elanna McGowan, and she is actually a Canadian living in Ireland. She married an Irish guy named Paddy, and he's so funny. Like, I love Paddy. But they just had a little girl named Olive, and she is adorable. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Like, I'm starting to tear up just thinking about how cute she is. But yeah, so if you want to follow her, her Instagram is lpearls. And then her YouTube is Elanna McGowan. So I'm gonna have everything linked in the description box as well. I love her content. She posts about every single day on her Instagram stories. They have awesome photos of their family and little Olive. And she also does really great YouTube content, like talking about being a new mom. And she like talked a lot about during her pregnancy, and I love her so much. Okay, the next person I gotta talk about is Sazan. Okay, I love Sazan. I just can't get over how gorgeous Sazan is. I'm just like, same with Elanna, actually. I feel like all these people are just gorgeous people that I follow. But, you know, what else is new? But basically, Sazan Hendrix, you know, she's been someone that I have never really followed closely. I've kind of seen, like, off and on videos of hers, but I heard her on a podcast, which I'm gonna mention next. Nice tie-in, I know. But she and her husband, Stevie, just had their daughter, Valentina, and they call her Teeny, and she is so cute. Oh my god. So yeah, so her Instagram is Sazan Hendrix, same with her YouTube channel. They also have a family Instagram called The Hendrix, and it's basically just pictures of Teeny all over it, and I just like, Dana and I are very obsessed with Teeny. She is so cute. So now we're gonna talk about the podcast that I listen to, which is called Hello Baby. It was originally called Hello Bump, but now it is called Hello Baby because, as you would guess, the baby is here. So basically, Angela and Matt Lanter are husband and wife, and they do this podcast. Matt Lanter is in one of my favorite TV shows called Timeless, and then Angela is actually a blogger and YouTuber. So there's kind of like my dream couple, I'm not gonna lie. And they had their daughter named McKinley, who is very, very cute. And I think they did every week of their pregnancy, I wanna say, in podcast form, and then also they've been talking about after the birth as well, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm a little behind. Dana's probably literally punching me through the screen right now because she is like all caught up and like always texting there's a new episode up. But they have really cool stuff. Lots of great content on Instagram. I follow mainly Angela's Instagram, and her name is just Angela Lanter, and also her YouTube channel is the same. Yeah, so Hello Baby podcast, check it out. Next we have Kaelin and Kyrah. So Kaelin and Kyrah are actually my age, which is cray to me, but also kind of exciting. Basically, they're a couple in California who got married really young, and they're just like really cute, and they are having a baby boy, and I'm literally like checking Instagram like every couple of hours to like see if they've had the baby yet, because like he is so close to being out, you know. I follow Kyrah. Her YouTube channel is Kyrah Stewart, and she's like beauty videos, which she's been doing a lot of like pregnancy videos too. So Kaelin and Kyrah is their vlog channel name. They've been vlogging a lot about they just got a house and talking about like settling in for their baby and all this stuff, and I've been quite obsessed, I'm not gonna lie. And then they also have a Instagram for their baby already, which is Baby K Edwards. So I'm excited. So obviously his name must start with a K, right? That's what I'm thinking. They haven't announced his name yet, so I'm assuming it's like K something, but you never know. Okay, so I love them. The last YouTube person, her name is Jessica Braun, or JamBeauty89 is her Instagram. She does a lot of beauty content, but recently she's been doing a lot of pregnancy updates, and they're having a little baby girl, and they're like a Disney couple, and I can't. I'm so excited for, again, their baby. She's so close, so I'm like keeping up, but you never know. By the time you watch this, she might already be born. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, okay. And then of course, like my celebrity peeps that I've been following are Sean and Catherine. Oh my gosh, I love them. They're so cute. They're so cute. And they're from The Bachelor. If you're not familiar, Sean was The Bachelor, she picked Catherine. They're married, they have one boy, and they just had a second baby boy. And it's just beautiful. So I know this video is kind of rambly, like off and on, up and down, wherever it is, you know, but I really want to talk about this subject because I feel like maybe more people might actually be experiencing it than just me and Dana, but you never really know. So thank you so much for joining me for this video, and if you're watching this on Sunday, happy Sunday, y'all. Anyway, I love you so much, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye!